all are safe, happy and healthy and you're enjoying learning lessons with me. Children, in your supplementary text and your prose text, there are a lot of stories about animals and birds. And I know you all enjoying learning stories about animals. And many of you also must be having animals as pets at home. It's a nice gesture to have pets at home, to take care of them, to be kind to animals, to be loving to them. Okay? And animals do teach us a lot. So today we learn another story from your supplementary text, The Bear Story, that has been written by Axel Munthe. So this story is about a cute little bear, okay, which was a pet. And the lady in the manor house had a pet bear at home. Now, this bear was very friendly and loved to eat vegetables, apples and honey. And he roamed freely during the day, but was put on the chain at night. Now, this lady who lived in an old manor house. Now children, manor house means a large house in the countryside that has land around it. You might have heard about landlords. They used to have big houses with large area of land around the house. So this lady lived in the manor house, and this was on the border of a big forest. So she was very fond of her pet bear. And you know children, from where did she bring this bear? You know, she found this bear in the forest, which was half dead of hunger. A small cute little baby bear did not have food for a long time, and it was about to die of hunger. It was so small and helpless. So this lady brought this cute little bear home, and she had to keep him on the feeding bottle. And the old cook took care of him very well. And this was several years ago, and now this bear had grown so strong and big, it had the power to kill even a cow. But since I told you this bear was very friendly, so it did not do any such thing. It did not harm any animals, who were kept as pets in the house. Okay? Now, this bear used to sit outside his kennel and look with his small intelligent eyes most amicably at the cattle grazing in the field nearby. The 3 shaggy mountain ponies in the stable knew him well and did not mind in the least when he shuffled into the stable with his mistress. Now the children used to ride on his back and had more than once been found asleep in his kennel between his 2 paws. You know the paws of bears, children. So here amicably means children in a friendly, in a peaceful manner. Okay, and shaggy means having long thick hair or fur. And what is the meaning of shuffled? Shuffled is, walking by dragging one's feet along instead of lifting them off the ground. Sometimes you also do, when you're very tired, you just, shuffle, drag your feet and walk. So here, this particular bear used to sit outside his kennel and watch the things happening around. And the 3 shaggy mountain ponies, they also were very friendly with this bear, and they did not mind this bear shuffling into the stable, walking into the stable very slowly, dragging his feet. And also the children used to ride on his back, and many a times they were found sleeping under the paws of the bear. Now the three dogs in the house, they also loved to play all sorts of game with him. And they used to pull his ears and his stump, of a tail and tease him in every way. But he did not mind in the least. Children's stump means the small projecting remnant. Remnant means remaining part of something that has been cut or broke off. Okay. So his tail, his stump of a tail. The children used to hold a part of his tail and they used to tease him. They used to pull his ears. But this bear was so cute that it never got angry. It was so friendly. So nice to know about this cute bear, isn't it, children? And he had never tasted meat. He ate the same food as the dogs and often out of the same plate. Bread, porridge, potato, cabbage and turnip. So this bear ate the food that the dogs ate and he ate with the same plate also, children. Now this bear had a fine appetite. That means his diet was good. And the cook, as I told you, took care of the bear very well. And bears are vegetarians if they have a chance. They love to eat vegetables and also fruits. So in the autumn, he used to sit and look with wistful eyes at the ripening apples in the orchard. And in his young days, he had been sometimes unable to resist the temptation to climb the tree and help himself to a handful of them. Bears look clumsy and slow in their movements, but try a bear with an apple tree and you will soon find out that he can easily beat any schoolboy at that game. Now, wistful means, children, feeling or showing sadness because you can't have what you want. Now, I told you this particular bear loved fruits very much. And during the autumn season, when there are lots of apples on the tree, so he used to look at the apples, but he was not allowed to climb. What he used to do, children, in his young days, whenever he wanted to eat apples, he would climb the apple tree, and then as he could not resist means to bear, control. Okay, temptation is the desire to do something. Okay, especially sometimes something which is wrong or unwise. So this bear was not allowed to climb trees, children, because he was a pet bear kept at home, being taken care of, loved and also fed well. So when this bear used to climb trees, he was scolded by his mistress not to do such thing. He was warned and also threatened not to climb the apple trees. Okay. Now he had learnt that it was against the law, but he kept his small eyes wide open for any apples that fell to the ground. Since he was not allowed to climb the trees, he used to wait for apples to fall down on the ground and he used to enjoy the apples. And there had also been some difficulties about the beehives. Okay, there was a beehive also on the apple tree, and whenever he climbed the tree, he used to disturb the bees too, and that could be dangerous for the bear also, isn't it? They might bite him. So he had been punished for climbing the apple trees and also chained for 2 days with a bleeding nose. His nose was also bleeding when he was chained. And so, then after he decided he would not climb the apple tree. Otherwise, he was put on chain only during the nights and on Sundays. So, let's see what happens next, children. Now, he was also, as I told you, put on chain on Sundays. When his mistress went to spend the afternoon with her married sister, who lived in a solitary house. Solitary means existing alone, a single house there, or the only house, okay, on the other side of the mountain lake. A good hour's walk through the dense forest. So to reach her sister's house, which was on the other side of the mountain, she had to walk through a dense forest. And she did not want to take the bear, as it was not good for him to wander in the forest with all his temptations. I told you, the bear used to get tempted, whenever he saw fruits. So maybe if he saw fruits also, he might get tempted. So she did not want to take him. And he was also a bad sailor, children. Because once, he was taken such a fright at a sudden gust of wind that he had upset the boat, and he and his mistress had to swim to the shore. Once when the bear and his mistress were traveling in a boat, and suddenly there was a, wind, gust of wind, a strong wind. So what happened? He really got, frightened. He was scared, and he started moving in a clumsy manner. And what did he do? He upset the boat, and then they were in the water, and so he and his mistress had to swim to the shore. Now he knew quite well what it meant when his mistress put him on the chain on Sundays, with a friendly tap on his head and the promise of an apple on her written if he had been good during her absence. So he was sorry but resigned. Resigned means, children, to accept something unpleasant that one cannot do anything about. He also wanted to go with his mistress. He wanted to walk through the forest, but he was not taken by his mistress. As I told you, he might get tempted towards the fruits. He might do something which would upset her. So she did not want to take him. So he resigned here means he accepted to stay at home, though he was not very happy. So, and when his mistress used to chain and keep him at home, she used to promise to bring some apples for him if he behaved properly, if he was, good during the whole day. And so he used to behave like a good child and waited for the apples and waited for his mistress to come. So once what happened, children, one Sunday, this lady chained the bear and she left for her sister's house. Now when she was about halfway through the forest, she suddenly thought she heard the cracking of a tree branch on the winding footpath. Winding means turning, a place which had a turning. So winding footpath behind her. She looked back and was horrified to see the bear coming along with full speed. Bears look as if, they move quite slowly, but they shuffle along much faster than a trotting horse. Trotting means proceed at a place faster than walk. You might have seen horses trotting at a very fast speed, So in a minute he had joined her, panting and sniffing. Sniffing means to draw in air audibly through the nose. Audibly means you can hear the sound of breathing, taking in air. So sniffing to take up his usual place, dog fashion, at her heels. So children, when this lady heard some cracking sound, cracking of a tree branch, so she looked back and she was really horrified to see this bear coming, towards her. And, it appeared as though the bear was walking very slowly, but, it was trotting like a horse, and it reached this lady, and as the pet bear's usual place was the lady's heels, so this bear also came, at her heels. Now the lady was very angry. She was already late for lunch. There was no time to take him back home. And also, she did not want him to come with her. Okay, we know what is the reason. And besides, it was very naughty of him to have disobeyed her. She told him in her severest voice to go back at once, menacing him with her parasol. Menacing means threatening children, to frighten him. So, parasol means, I told you, umbrella. He stopped a moment and looked at her with his cunning eyes. Cunning means clever. But did not want to go back and kept on sniffing at her. Now children, this lady was very angry that she had chained this bear at home. So why did the bear disobey her? Why did it follow her to the forest? And she also shouted at him and asked him to go back. But the bear did not go back. It looked at her, for a long time and kept sniffing at her. Now the lady did not want to take him along to her sister's house, and also there was no time for her to take him back home. Okay, so she was very angry that the bear has disobeyed her. Okay. Now, when the lady saw that he had even lost his new collar, she had got still more angry and hit him on the nose with her parasol so hard that it broke into two. He stopped again, shook his head and opened his big mouth several times as if he wanted to say something. So when the lady saw that there was no collar around this bear, she had put a new collar around his neck. So this lady thought this bear has lost his collar. So she got more angry. And what did she do? She hit on his nose with her umbrella. And she hit so hard, children, that the umbrella broke into two pieces. And the bear stopped again, shook his head and opened his big mouth several times as if he wanted to say something. Okay. Then he turned round and began to shuffle back the way he had come, stopping now and then to look at the lady till at last she lost sight of him. When the lady came home in the evening, the bear was sitting in his usual place outside his kennel, looking very sorry for himself. The lady was still very angry, children. She went up to him and began to scold him most severely and said he would have to be chained for 2 more days. The old cook, who loved the bear as if he had been her own son, rushed out from the kitchen very angry. Now when this lady came back home, she saw the bear was sitting in his usual place, very obedient, and he was just waiting for his mistress to come. He looked so innocent, and this lady was very angry. You know why she was angry? She thought that this bear had disobeyed her and he had come to the forest. Now she started shouting at this bear, and now when the cook heard the mistress shouting at the bear, she came out of the kitchen and she was also very angry, children. "What are you scolding him for, miss?" said the cook. "He has been as good as gold the whole day. Bless him. He has been sitting here quite still on his haunches." Haunches means the back end of an animal, including the top of its back legs. So he was sitting on his haunches as meek. Meek means very quiet, very gentle, as an angel, looking the whole time towards the gate for you to come back. Now, isn't it surprising, children? This is the twist in the story, children. Now, if the bear was at home the whole day, very obedient and waiting for his mistress to come back, and he was so good the whole day. Who was the bear which followed her in the forest? Appears like a mystery, isn't it, children? So now she realized that maybe that was a wild bear in the forest. Do you remember, children, that bear did not have a collar around his neck that his mistress had put around his neck? Okay. So that for that reason also she had scolded the bear. Now when she saw the bear at home, there was a collar around his neck and the bear was sitting in its usual place. So this was something very astonishing, children. Then she could realize that her bear was very obedient as usual. And that bear was the wild bear from the forest. Maybe it might have come to attack her also. So wasn't it very interesting, children, that at the end of the story, the mistress of the bear had, misunderstood him and scolded him, shouted at him. But at the end she realized that her bear was very obedient, very loving, okay, very faithful. So that was the fact she realized at the end of the story. So children, now since we have read this story and understood it, let's try to look at some question answers. Okay? And you must know, children, this time in your pattern of question paper, you are going to get multiple choice questions, MCQ questions. Okay? From your text, you will be getting small paragraphs, and there will be questions, and you will have 4 options. So you have to read the paragraph very carefully, try to understand, the paragraph very well, and then read all the options very carefully, and then tick the correct option. But in order to attempt the MCQ questions well, you need to read the textbook again and again, and you must also have a very good vocabulary, children, because you might get vocabulary based questions also. And you must also look at the question answers given at the end of your textbook. And you must, try to find out the answers also from the story, so that you will be able to answer the MCQ questions well. Okay, so let's discuss some questions that could possibly be asked from this chapter. Okay, so where did the lady find the bear cub and how did she bring it up? Now we all know, children, that the lady had found the bear cub in the forest, and it was a very small baby at that time, and it was dying of hunger, right? If the lady would not have brought this bear cub home, maybe it would have died. So she brought the bear cub from the forest. And then how did she bring it up? She brought the bear cub as her own baby. She took care of the bear so well. And also the cook loved the bear so much. And initially, when the bear was too small, like a baby, she had to feed him, with the help of a bottle. Like we feed, small babies with a feeding bottle. So this lady took care of the bear, like a baby, with a feeding bottle initially. And then later on, she also gave him vegetables, which the bear loved very much, and also fruits. And she chained him only on 2 occasions, we know. The rest of the time, he roamed about, around the, manor. Okay. So, let's look at the next question. The bear grew up, but he was the most amiable bear. Okay. Give 3 examples to prove this. Now amiable means very friendly. I had told you children that the bear was very friendly. You know, he was very peaceful. Okay, and he behaved so well. So now we have to give 3 reasons. Okay, maybe in the options you would get 4 options and you have to choose the best options for the behavior of the bear. Now let's try to write down children. Now how can we say that it was very friendly? Okay, the first is it did not harm any other pets in the house. Okay, and then what was the second reason for saying that it was very friendly? That it played with other pets. Okay, and then when the other pets made fun of the bear, you know, they used to tease him. It never got angry, right? So it was really a friendly bear. So also children, you know, the other animals, the children used to ride on him and they used to come and sleep near his paws. So there are so many other points too to say that this bear was very friendly. Now, why did the cook get angry with her mistress? You know children, we had learned in the story that the cook loved, you know, the bear very much. She fed him so well, she took care of him, she was so loving towards him. And why did she get so angry with the mistress at the end of the story? Because we know that the lady had misunderstood, you know, the bear, and she scolded him for disobeying her. Whereas the cook knew very well that the bear was in the house itself. And the bear was so obedient, so faithful. He was there tied up with a chain, just waiting and looking at the gate for his mistress. So when the cook saw that the bear was, you know, so obedient and behaved so well throughout the day, and this lady was shouting at the bear, and she also threatened to chain him for 2 more days. She also threatened to punish him. Isn't it children? That is the reason, you know, the cook got very angry at the mistress and told her that why are you shouting at this poor thing? The bear was so obedient. So you must bless the bear, not shout at the bear, right? So now I think you can write the answer to these questions too, children. So there could be so many other questions. Why did the lady, you know, not want to take this bear along with her when she went to her sister's house every Sunday? We know the answer, right children? Because the bear was very naughty. Maybe he could get tempted with the fruits and other things in the forest. Okay? So these were the reasons why she did not want to. And also we had one more incident from the bear's story, that once, you know, it got so frightened because of the strong wind that turned the boat upside down and they had to swim across the lake. So maybe he could do such things while walking to the forest too. So these were the reasons why she did not take the bear along with her. So you can read more such questions from the text and try to find their answers from your textbook. I hope you enjoyed the story, children. Do read the story very carefully at home. Look at the difficult words and try to understand their meaning. and also try to write down the question answers that are there at the back of the story. And also you need to learn the art of making small questions from your textbook, from the different paragraphs, and try to answer them. In this way you will be able to comprehend the story in a better way. I'll see you in the next class with a new topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.